see. Is that working? Is it working? Hey everybody, I am trying to see the live myself. Give me a second here. I'm not sure why I can't see it. Hmm. Let's see. We've got at least a few people have already jumped on, so I know you guys are on. Why can I not see it? So I'm using a new program so that I can simulcast on both YouTube and Facebook. So bear with me here. I'm trying to figure out why I can't see it. And I was hoping maybe I could see your comments, but where is that? There it is. Okay, let's see. Hey, Jill. Why am I not seeing? Who else jumped on? I'm trying to see who else on here. Okay. Bear with me, you guys. This is a new technology for me. This is my first video using StreamYard, and I am a little confused because I don't see my video. I know you can see it. Is it on my normal channel, Jill? Maybe you can help me out in that way. That would be great, actually. If I can, oops, go back to comments. No, go back to comments. What changed? Sorry, I'm trying to mess with my phone here. Bear with me, guys. So sorry for the crazy. Yes, okay, you are. It's on my regular channel. Why am I not seeing it? This is so weird. Why do I not see it? Oh my goodness. This is going to be really hard if I can't see it on my own. Okay, let me go to my YouTube channel and see if I can see it there, because that would be fine too. I would rather be able to see the YouTube one, but I mean goodness, what am I saying? I'd rather be able to see the Facebook one, but okay, yeah, I can see it on YouTube. Why can I not see it on Facebook? This is so weird. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to watch it on YouTube. All right, so because I'm struggling with the other one. Okay. Hi everybody. It doesn't look very clear to me. Does it look weird to you guys, or is that just is it clear? Let me know if it's clear to you. Okay. So I don't know who user Moosey Boy, user dash Moosey Boy, you can see in here. That's so great. Are you someone who's been on my videos before? Let me know. Okay. Hi, everybody. I am saying that so you can see it on YouTube and Facebook. That's great. Is it clear? Because on mine, it is not clear. And it may just be my own playback quality. I may need to fix that. But for some reason, it's very foggy on my screen. Oh, it's Judy Moore. Hi, Judy. You've been on Facebook before. Okay, yes, I know. I didn't know your username, so I just needed to. Okay, good. It's clear for you. Okay, that's great. And you're watching from YouTube, so that's good to know. Choose one person on Facebook and 3 people on YouTube. Oh, shows. Okay, that's great. That's great. I'm only seeing you though, comment wise, and I don't know why. That's interesting. Okay, it's fine. We're gonna make it work. Okay, so for me, Okay, we're back. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, sorry. New technology, it's always got a learning curve, right? So bear with me for 1 second here. Okay. Welcome everybody. Hope you're doing well. I don't know why I cannot see this on Facebook, but that's okay. We're going to go with it. hopefully hopefully it's actually going to post on Facebook. For some reason, I just can't see it and I don't know why. Maybe I need to go to my own channel and that's the problem. I'm not sure. Okay, so it says I'm live, but I can't see the video. Isn't that bizarre? I don't know. I don't really know why. Okay, I found it. I found a way to see it. Okay, here we are. All right, guys. Hi. So sorry for all the chaos. Thank you for bearing with me for the last 10 minutes. We are 10 minutes into this live and we're just now going to actually be able to get going here. So I do apologize for all the mess. But I hope you like this new streaming that I'm going to be doing. This allows me to stream simultaneously on Facebook and on YouTube, though I still say it doesn't look as clear to me on my screen. I hope it looks okay on y'all's end. Can everyone hear me and see me now? Um, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm choosing to do this is because some people would like to watch on YouTube instead because they can watch on their TV. There's multiple different reasons why it's kind of convenient to have both. And so that is my hope is that you guys are going to enjoy this whole thing in the fact that you can see it on either one, whichever one works the best for you. So, hello, everybody. Hello, everyone on YouTube and on Facebook. It's so good to see all of you. I'm going to do my best to kind of see everything as we're going along, but bear with me on the comments area. So, hello, everyone. How are you doing? Which one will I pull comments from? Well, I can actually see comments from both. However, I believe my Facebook comment picker only will pull from the Facebook one. So if you're wanting to be in my drawing, I do recommend watching or commenting at least on the Facebook one. Whichever one you're watching on, like if you want to watch on your TV with YouTube, but be on the Facebook one for comments, that's fine. That's up to you. So I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. Okay, so here we go. We're starting really late because of this, but we're gonna make it work. All right, so is Judy still on? Judy, are you still on? I know you jumped off there, Judy Moore. Or maybe you didn't. Maybe you are still on. I'm not sure. Anyway, okay. Um, I'm glad you can see again. I'm so glad. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry. We're gonna get dark. Yes, I had a technical issue. I'm sorry. The audio is coming through shaky. Is that happening for anyone else? Please let me know. I do want to make sure that we've got everything. You're here on both. Yes, it does help when it's on both. And YouTube won't delete it, whereas Facebook will after 30 days. So okay, is anybody else having any issues with the visual or the audio? Okay, it's good for you now. Okay, good. Thank you guys for bearing with me on this first ever voyage on StreamYard. So hope this goes well. Okay, here we go. We are doing the Extraordinary Life workshop kit. So for those of you that scrapbook, then you've probably seen me do this before. I call this my Scrapbook Saturday kind of video series. And we are going to do this kit. I'm going to go through the whole thing with you, all the way from the very beginning, cutting, sorting, creating the pages and all. The only thing I'm not going to do is add photos. I'm just not prepared to add anything to this at the moment. I often don't, but I do have my photo placement cards little that show you where a photo goes. So we'll kind of show you how all that works. I also have some tips and tricks to make it work a little bit better for you. Also, I am kind of a frugal crafter. I like to save as much as possible from, excuse my hiccups, from a paper. And so I am going to show you ways that you can cut things to get a little bit more out of it. I hope that helps you guys out too. So some options that you can choose if you want to. So here we go. All right, I'm going to move this out of the way. So we're, like I said, doing the Extraordinary Life pack, rather workshop kit. I've got words. Scrapbooking workshop kit. Okay. And so it comes like this in a bag that's resealable. Let me show you everything that comes with it. These are the instructions. We'll get back to those in just a second. This makes 3 layouts for those of you wondering. All of our workshop kits do. And I'm going to show you everything that comes in it, as well as all the things that coordinate with it, which can be very helpful to you. One of the things you're going to notice about our photo placement cards is they're not all the same. Like these have a much bigger font size on them, and I actually like that a lot. These are newer. So I think they've probably got some feedback from us that it was easier to see these measurements if it was bigger. So I kind of like that. But anyway, you get photo placement cards for every layout. These don't get permanently attached to your layout, so you can reuse these on any other layout that you may be choosing to make and help you figure out where you want photos to be, which is really nice. So, you said everything was good on both, but YouTube is clear for you. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. I still feel like neither one of my Facebook or my YouTube, because I'm looking at both. They both look a little fuzzy to me, and I don't know if that's on my end or what. So if you guys are okay, then that's good to know, because usually it's extremely clear. Okay, so we'll get back to these photo cards in a minute. We're going to look at the things that are actually in the kit. I'm glad you have this scrapbook kit. It's beautiful. I love this paper to start with. I just love this whole suite of products. So very happy to have it. So this is what comes in the kit. So you have one piece of the stripe with the leaves on the back. You have 2 pieces of the blue dot with the, let's call them chevrons on the back, kind of. You have 2 of the petal pink / strawberry slush kind of ombre color with these lines going across it. And that has the pluses on the back of that. These 2 sheets are special to this kit. They are a hash mark, I think is how they called it. What did they call it? They call it crosshatch. Okay, they call it a crosshatch pattern. So these are exclusive. There's nothing on the back of these, and they do have you use the whole page, but I'm going to show you how to save it. So we are going to only end up using one of these, which I'm excited about. So hopefully if you guys want to do it that way, you can. Then we have these 2 pages, and you can see that makes a beautiful framed piece. These are also exclusive to this layout. There's also some cardstock in here. So we have 2 sheets of, I believe this is Lost Lagoon. Hold on, let me double check. Yep, that's Lost Lagoon. And that is our 2-tone Lost Lagoon. We have 1 sheet of, I believe this is Strawberry. Let me double check. Nope, this one's Flirty Flamingo. Sorry. I don't know why, but that just looks darker than it should be. But anyway, this is Flirty Flamingo. So we have 1 of those. And we have several. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. We have 4 sheets of white. Now, the way I'm going to be doing things, you're either going to want to grab 2 extra sheets of white, or you can use these back pieces from your kit or your paper as a piece. So if you have extras of these, I keep these all the time because I make use of them. Some of them are thicker than others, so whichever one you'd want to use, you can use that. You won't even see it, so it doesn't matter if it's this or if it's a white piece of cardstock. But if you have extra white willow, you can use one of those or any other color you'd like. Again, you won't see it. Then we have some pull apart or punch out, if you will, pieces. They're so cute. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is such an adorable set. And then, of course, we have our stickers. So we are going to start. The way I like to start is I have 3 little spots here behind me that I am going to separate things out. So I take my instructions, and you guys who follow me regularly know this. I always have to take the staple out because I like to have my sheets separate. You don't have to do that. You can leave it all together. It's fine. If they're numbered, so you can always put them back and restaple them later if you want to. Okay, so what I do is I go back here to the actual layouts and I look at them before I start and I see what they're doing. So in this particular layout, they are using that full piece of hash, whatever I said they called it, crosshatch, flirty flamingo crosshatch in the back, but then they're laying a piece of paper over it here and here and here. So you're covering up a good deal of it. So I decided instead I was going to measure what I needed piece-wise, and I'm actually going to only cut a piece that is 4 1/4 by 12, 2 of those from one of my pieces. So I'm going to have one whole piece plus a little bit of one available to me later to use on other scrapbook pages or other cards, which is really nice. So we'll get to that in just a second. But what I do look at is what are the pieces that are whole that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to start piles for each one of my 3 layouts. So here's my 3 layouts. And in this case, we actually have each one of is back to back. It doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes it's across the page, but that's fine. For this one, we have it. So for this one, I need, sorry, I want to make sure I'm on the right page. Okay, so for this one, I need 2 whatever things I want to use for the background, whether it is, like I said, this back piece, you can use this, or you could use another piece of white willow. Okay, so I'm going to use one of these, and I have another one here that I'm going to grab to use for the other side. Okay, so these are going to be my backs for the first layout. For the second layout, we need those 2 pieces that are specialized. Okay, so that's going to go with project number 2. And then for the third layout, you can see we need the blue. So I'm going to grab the 2 blue pieces. Oh, no, we don't. I'm sorry. We need 2 Whisper White. I forgot. We're going to cut the blue. We need 2 Whisper Whites. I'm also going to cut that blue differently as well. So 2 Whisper Whites for our third layout. So again, you can use Whisper White or the backings for the other one because you won't see it. But for this one, you actually do need the Whisper White for the third layout. Okay, so once I've done that, stack those back together, then we're going to move on to cutting. So let me move this out of the way. By the way, oh, you know what? Before we cut that, I totally got ahead of myself. I'm so excited to play with this. In our spring catalog, you can find the Beautiful Ordinary Life suite of products, which includes paper, which I'll show you that designer series paper. It includes a bundle. It includes some accent pieces and, of course, some embellishments. So I'm going to show you all that. And then you can see here, this is the scrapbook kit that we're playing with right now. And then over here, it's got the paper, which I'm going to show you. Again, it's the same paper, the designer series paper that you see here, plus a set of the stickers. So the same stickers that come in this, you can buy the paper with stickers, or you can buy the paper by itself if you want to. Also, there is a pack of two-tone cardstock that you can purchase that has 6 different colors that are involved in this set of the two-tone cardstock, and there's 2 of each, which is a really nice set to get, unless you want to buy all the colors individually and have lots more pages. And of course, there's the Extraordinary Life bundle, which is another bundle. So let me show you all of that stuff just so you can see what it looks like, because I know that you guys don't necessarily have all of it. So the first thing is the Beautiful Ordinary Life paper, which you can either get by itself or you can get with the stickers. Either way, you can't buy the stickers by themselves, but you can get the paper by itself or the paper with the stickers. So a sticker pack plus this paper, and I'm going to show you this paper real quick. Let me pop this open here. Maybe. I'm trying. It's fighting me. Y'all know how it is. I hope you guys are all doing well. Hey, Lori. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Pauline. Hey, Ruthie. Hey, everybody. I missed a whole bunch of you jumping on because of all my chaos. Okay, so here are the designs that you get with this paper. This was, of course, in the kit. So you saw that. This was also in the kit. So you've seen that. And this one is in the kit. So you've seen that. So 3 of the designs are in the kit. The other 3 are not, and they are front and back. So you have all of that you can get to coordinate along with this. Plus you could get the stickers, or if you don't want the kit and you just want to buy the things, you can do that as well and make all your own designs. Okay, so this is the pack of the Extraordinary Life two-tone cardstock. This comes with 6 colors. We have Daffodil Delight. I believe this might be Flirty Flamingo. I thought it was Strawberry Slush, but I think it's meant to be Flirty Flamingo. We have Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, Pool Party, and I believe this one is Real Red. It's either Real Red. Yeah, I think it's Real Red in this one as well. Okay, so that is the pack of cardstock that you can get. Now for the other pieces, oops. We have the beautiful floral flight accents, and these are hard to show on camera. You get one, I've got several here, but you get one page of these. These are die cut pieces. They're thicker than cardstock. And you can see here, like I've already cut out some of the butterflies or punched out some of the butterflies. I don't know how well you can see those details. I hope you can, but I'm guessing it's probably hard to see. But there's flowers, there's butterflies, there's hearts, there's a whole bunch of different die cut pieces that come in this. And so you can purchase that. It's like an accent type piece. So it's technically considered an embellishment. Then you also have the beautiful array of dots embellishments, which I love. And we have 2 bundles. So we have this bundle, which is called Bordered in Beauty. That has all these little fun border pieces and sentiment pieces. And you've got the same thing in the dies. Well, I say the same thing, coordinating stuff in the dies. And then you have the one that is on the actual layout page. This is called Extraordinary Life and has dies and stamps that coordinate as well. For instance, the line or the little chart thing can be used on your notebook piece. Of course, you have some sentiment pieces and lots of different fun things that you can add to that. So lots of beautiful stuff that you can use along with the kit if you want to. Okay. So that said, let's go ahead and move on to cutting. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. If you guys have never done this before, it does walk you through everything. You can do it the way it shows you. I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I would do differently if I had designed this, just so that you get the maximum out of your paper and you can use the paper in the best ways. So, oh, I know the paper's gorgeous. We did use the paper yesterday for Balloon Club. For those of you that did the Balloon Club, so much fun. So I'm getting to play with the same paper 2 days in a row, which I love. So anyway, I'm going to show you a couple tips and tricks as we go along. For those of you that have never done this before, all of these pieces are numbered. For instance, this one says 1A. 1A means 1, it goes with the first layout. A is piece number A. So over here, you've got 2A, that goes with the second layout, and it's piece number A. Does that make sense? I hope so. So those are your designations, and you'll see them again when you go to actually put the layout together. Most of the time, other than knowing what layout it goes with, I don't have to really look at the numbers, but we did have one a few weeks ago where I actually had to label the pieces on the back so that I would know which piece they were because there were so many pieces, and it was the only way to kind of keep track of it. So unless you're doing a layout that really has a lot of crazy pieces that are all kind of the same, you probably won't have to do that, but you always can. So once you cut it, just turn it over on the back side and go ahead and label it. Make sure that it is the back side, but yes, you can do that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start here on page 2. For those of you that are following along, we're going to cut these papers. So this is the pink. Let me grab this. This is the pink with the lines going across. And this tells you that for this one, the front is actually the pluses. The back is the lines. Now, it does have it going this way. It's not really going to matter because this is the design that you're using for this one, but you can do it whichever way you like. So we're going to grab our trimmer. We're going to pop this in here, and we're going to cut this at 5 inches twice. And both of those pieces are going to go with project 1. Now, this is the one I'm altering. So I do have an additional thing I'm going to talk about here. And I wrote it right here that I am also going to cut the hatch paper here. So I'm going to grab one of those pieces of crosshatch paper. And rather than using this whole piece as a background and then putting this on top of it and the other stuff on top of it, I'm going to cut this piece. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces that are 4 1/4. It is your choice whether you do this or not. If you're following along with me, decide if you're going to use this as a background piece and put all the stuff on top of it, or if you want to use another piece or those backs that I showed you a minute ago as your background, which you won't see, and just use a piece of this. Okay. So if you're going to use a piece, this is what we're doing. We're going to cut 2 4 1/4 by 12-inch pieces. So 1 and 2. So now I have this whole scrap plus another whole sheet of this hatch pattern that I get to keep because I didn't use it as the background. I just can't use designer series papers for the backs of cards or backgrounds if they're going to get covered up. Like, I need to do something different. Y'all know me. This is just how I work. I can't do it. Okay, so then we're going to cut our other piece of this paper. This is oriented with this on top. However, I'm going to adjust something. I like to leave the biggest piece possible. I don't know why they decided to do it like this. I guess someone thought that made sense. It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going to show you what I would do. If you want to cut it this way, go for it. I'm going to rotate this direction. And I am going to cut this at 6 inches because that's the longest piece I have. Okay. Then I am going to rotate it back and I'm going to cut a piece that is 4 inches. That is piece 2C right here. So that's going to go with project 2. Let me move these pieces out of the way so I don't get things confused. Okay. And then these 2 are also going to go with project 2, but these pieces are going to be 3 1/4 inches wide. So we're going to cut 2 pieces that are 3 1/4 inches wide. And then I'm going to just stack them up together because why not? They're the same size. I'm going to actually make these now 5 1/2 inches. So I'm going to cut a little piece off of that. I could have gone ahead and done like a piece that was 7 1/2 inches. And then I'd had one long piece down at the bottom, if that matters to you, and then cut it down. It's up to you. These little scraps are fine. I use this kind of stuff under sentiments all the time. And I have this piece, but I also have a much larger piece left over because of the way I chose to cut that. So again, that is up to you guys how you do it, but that's what I would do if, well, that's what I just did. Okay. So these 2 pieces, we're also going to add an extra cut to these, and you can do these by themselves or you can do them together. This is a special thing. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take a pencil and I am going to mark in my trimmer. I am going to put this at the 1/2 inch mark and I'm going to mark it right there. So right in the trough. And then I'm going to put it at the 1/2 inch mark on this side and mark that. All right, then I'm going to rotate it and I'm going to cut, sorry, not cut. I'm going to mark 1/2 inch here. And then I'm going to rotate it this way and I'm going to mark 1/2 inch here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I am going to cut these corners off and I need a mark to show me where to cut them. So as soon as I have those marks in there, hello, everybody that has joined since we started. We had a lot more people on and some people left. They might have had to leave because of my technical issues. I hope they come back. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Make sure you hold these together. If you don't hold them together, you're going to get it wonky. Okay. So make sure you're holding that tight. You want to get these pencil marks in the trough. And we're just going to nip that off like that. And then we're going to do the same thing to this corner. By the way, I totally forgot to like do the hellos and all that stuff to everybody because of my technical issues. So hello, I'm Jeri Mobley. For those of you that don't know me, also known as Shameless Stamper. You can also see like right over here, there's like a little label that tells you who I am. Um, and up here in this corner, there is a SKU that you can, or a QR code that you can go straight to my shopping page. Okay, so anyway, you have these two pieces. This goes with project 2. Anyway, if you don't know me, if you're new, please say hi. Let us know that you're new. We would love to welcome you. We are a very fun group and we are welcoming. So make sure you say hi. If you, what size are those two last pieces? They are 3¼ by 5½. And then the little 1/2 inch is cut off the top. Okay. All right. So these two are done. Moving on, we're going to move to our striped piece here. Okay. So this one is fun. We've got a lot to cut off this piece. Okay, so this piece, this is our front, and we want the lines going side to side for this one. The first piece, let me see if I can put this here where you can see it. I don't know if you guys can see those measurements. They are very, very tiny, but I will tell you what they are. So this first piece, 1D, is going to be 1/2 inch. I'm actually going to cut it from this side just because it's easier. And I think we need 2 of those, right? Yes, we do. And they're both for project 1. So we're going to cut 2 1/2 inch pieces like so. And those are both for project 1 and they're using the front side. By the way, if it's the back side like this one, it's going to have an asterisk on it. That means you're cutting it from this side, but you're going to use the opposite side when you go to put it down. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this. These both go with project 1. Okay, the next 2 pieces, I'm going to cut together. So this is 1½ and 1½. So I'm going to cut 3 first off, because they're the same. And then I'm going to rotate this and cut this at 11 inches. Maybe. And that gives me just a little bit bigger scrap because I chose to cut them together. Now that I've done that part, I'm going to go ahead and cut them at the 1½ because I'm going to get 2 of these pieces, and these go with project 3. Okay. Ta-da. Okay, then we have these 3 pieces left. This first batch of pieces is 3½. Yes, 3½ inches wide. I wonder. It's very possible you could get the 4½. I don't know how much is left here. We'll find out. We'll find out. Hold on. Actually, I'm going to do this piece first. So let's do this 3½ inch piece over here first, and then that'll tell us how much we have left. So we're going to rotate this and cut this at 8¾ And by the way, I think this one is using this side. Yes. So this is actually going to be the leaf print side. And this goes with project 1. Okay. Then let me see how much we have here. Is it 4? It is 4½, but it's going the wrong direction. So that's why you have to cut it the way that it says, because you want to keep the lines going. If this pattern was not a directional pattern, then you could do that. But we're going to stick with the instructions because it's directional. I forgot. Okay, so we're going to cut this at 3¼ Sorry, 3½. I said 3¼ I'm doing 3½. 3½. This is scrap. As well as we've got a couple other pieces here, but we're going to have one more here in just a second. So I'm going to rotate this and cut at 4½ twice. Now the first one, this piece, I'm going to flip because this is going to be part of project 1. And then this one, I'm going to cut again at 4½. So this is a scrap. And this piece goes with project 2. Okay, so I've got all my little scraps here. I'll show you all the scraps that end up being left over when we're all done, okay? All right, so the one thing I'm going to change on these 2 pieces is it has you cutting these 2 at 11 by 11. The problem is on the layout, when we get these on there, then like the bottom half of it is going to get covered anyway. So instead of doing that, I'm going to save a little bit of the paper for, sorry, hiccups, for use on something else. And I'm going to cut these at 7.5 by 11. Okay, just so you guys know, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to start with the 7.5 inch mark. 7.5. If y'all want to see me do the layout before you decide if you're going to cut it this way, feel free. Okay. You can always come back and cut it afterwards. Whoops, pulled my razor out. So that gives me these two nice big scraps that I can use on other stuff rather than just two little 1-inch things. So I am going to do the 1 inch on this side though, because we do need it to be 11 inches. Ta-da. So then we have a couple of scraps that are 1 inch by 7.5. Okay. So these both go with project 3. All right, moving on, we have our two-tone Lost Lagoon. We're going to flip it to the light side, and we're going to cut 2 pieces that are 2 inches wide by 11. So I'm going to cut a piece that is 4 inches. Forgot I was going to have to use that arm again. I was thinking I was done with it. I'm not. And I'm going to rotate that and cut it at 11. I'm only doing it this way to keep this piece fully intact because I want the biggest piece I can possibly have. So we have that one. And then I'll rotate it back around and cut it at the 2 inch mark so that we have 2 of them. And these are both for project 3. Okay. Then we have okay. I'm going to change this a little bit. So, or do I want to do that? Yeah, I do. So for me, I would rotate this piece and put it here, which means that I am now looking at 4 inches and 3¼ inches, which is 7¼ So I'm going to cut it this way at 7¼ Don't do this if you don't want to change it. I'm just going to show you what I end up with. Feel free to do it the way it says. Okay. Then I'm going to rotate it back and I'm going to cut it 3¼ Wait, sorry. Hold on. This is the 7. What'd I say? 7¼ Yeah. Okay. 7¼ this way. So I'm going to rotate it this way. Yes. I almost confused myself. Okay. So we're going to cut 4¼ and then I'm going to rotate that to 6¼ One of the hardest marks to find on here. So we have that little scrap that kind of matches our previous one. This is this piece right here, 3D. This is going to go, and it says it's the dark one. We can decide when we get there, but it does recommend the dark, and this goes with project 3. And then now we have this piece left. So I'm going to cut one piece that is let's see, do I want to do it that way? Sorry, I'm trying to decide what the best way is to do it. I'm going to do this at 3¼ which is going to give me a strip like this. And then 3¼ off of that. That's going to give me this square here. And we're going to use the dark side for that one. That also goes with project 3. Then this last piece, we need it to be 4, which it already is, by 3. So I'm going to cut that little piece. So instead of this piece and this piece, I end up with a much bigger piece that came from the bottom of this and a couple of little strips from the bases of things, and that's it. So I end up with a bigger piece left over, but if that doesn't matter to you, then you can just do it the way it says. So this piece also goes with project 2. I shouldn't say also, it does go with project 2. All right, so that's, again, these are just ways that I like to change things up. When I'm looking at a project, I try to be as frugal with my cuts as I possibly can be. And so if it doesn't matter to you, that's okay. It doesn't have to matter to you. If it does matter to you, now you know how to do it. So, and I'm getting all these silly things on my computer and I can't see our comments. Okay. Um, hello, everybody. Hello. Okay. I don't think we have too many people on YouTube right now, but I know we have a few. So those of you that are on YouTube, thank you for joining us. And I know a couple of you moved over there. All right, so whoops, I almost missed my other page, this one right here. Okay, so we're gonna do this page now, right? Yes, we did this one already. We're doing page 4. Okay, so page 4, we're gonna do our other Lost Lagoon. This time we're gonna do the dark on the top. And we're going to cut these 3 pieces. I know they look like they're in a weird position, but it's really the only way to cut them. So we're going to cut at 6 1/4. And we need to cut 2 that are 4 1/4. 1 and 2. And this will be a scrap. And then we're going to take this piece and we're going to cut a piece that is, you can decide if you want this strip like they show it here to be 12 inches with a little piece here, or do you want like this whole piece with a little strip? It's up to you. So if we cut it the way they have it, you're going to cut at 4 1/4, and that'll give you a 12-inch strip. And then you're going to rotate that and cut it 6 1/4. And that'll leave this piece left over. So these are the pieces that I end up with left over from that piece. Okay, and all 3 of these pieces go with project 3. Okay, then we go over here to our Flirty Flamingo piece. I swear that looks darker than Flirty Flamingo to me, but we're gonna move it to the light side and that'll help. Okay, we're gonna cut 2 pieces that are 2 1/2. And both of these pieces go with project number 1. 1 and 2. So we have this big scrap. Sorry, I'm trying to put this under here with my other scraps. But they're falling all over the place. Stop falling, scraps. Okay, so these 2 pieces go with project 1. I love these pages. They're so cute. We're going to take our last 2 pieces of white and we're going to cut them down to 10 1/2 by 10 1/2. You can do this one at a time or both together. I'm going to do it one at a time just to make sure I don't get any measurements off. We're going to do 10 1/2 by 10 1/2. And then one more time. By the way, we do have a special technique with this particular kit that we're going to do, and I'm looking forward to showing that to you guys as well. Okay, so we've got those scraps of white. These 2 pieces that are 10 1/2 by 10 1/2 go with project 1. Okay, that is all of the cutting. So now we can remove this and we can get started on all of our designs. So, oh, we need to sort pieces. I almost forgot. Man, I am crazy today. Okay, so we also have, by the way, this is all of our scraps. We have a lot of scraps. So this is all of our cardstock scraps that we have, and this is all of our, like we have a whole page of the one thing, but we have a lot of scraps here that we can use on more layouts or cards, whatever you want to do. So lots left over that you can make use of. Okay, then we have our punch outs. Usually with the punch outs, they all have the project number on the back, and I try to sort these out as I go. And I kind of just start with the biggest pieces. That way they're on the bottom. So project 1. That's also project 1. That's also project 1. We had a lot of big pieces on project 1. This is, hello, project 1. Project 2. Let's see if we have any bigger pieces over here. We've got this frame piece. This is all for project 3. So you can leave it together for now if you want to. It's got these white butterflies and then the frame. So I'm just going to leave it all together for the moment. And then the rest of these are all, whoops, well, let's do this one. All pretty small except for our, isn't this cute, the You Make Me Smile? I love it. I think it's adorable. I want 1,000,000 of these. Like just this piece. So cute. I would buy like a package of just a whole bunch of these. So funny. I like this page a lot in particular. Okay. I wish you could just buy this page. Isn't that adorable? I love it so much. Okay, that's project 2. Okay, so let's finish punching out everything from over here. We've got the best of days goes with project 1. We've got this little ticket. That also goes with a lot of stuff on project 1. I'll tell you what. Okay. Project 2. So we're just going to sit here. How are you guys doing? I'm going to sit here and pull all these out and put them in the proper piles while we talk. I kind of wish that I could do this ahead of time, but then you guys would all be behind me anyway, so it's fine. We're just gonna go through it. Photocopy it. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, it wouldn't be technically legal, but yeah, I know what you mean. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay. It is technically illegal, but okay. So there's number 1, and it wouldn't be like a punch out. It would just be, a photocopy. So also project 1. I love this life too. Life is a journey. Oh, I didn't realize that was one piece. It is. It's one piece, you guys. Life is a journey. This is a bigger piece than I realized. I thought it was 2 things. So cute. I love this kit. This is beautiful. I love the colors. I love the kind of feel of it. It's just very light and fun. This is also project 1. Project 1 pile is really big. Okay, so that is for recycling. We're going to do our last punch out one here. We've got lots of butterflies and hearts, which goes very nicely with those add-on black pieces. If you want to add some of those to this, it would not go amiss. It would be really fun and it would go really nicely with it. It just like the black accents are gone. Oh my gosh, they are. I didn't know they were already gone. I knew that they were going to be low, but I didn't know they had already gone. I'm so glad I got the pieces I got then, or the packages of it I got, because I only got like 3 and there's only 1 page per thing. So, all right, project 3. I'm doing, I think all the butterflies go with project 3, but I could be wrong. We'll see. Project 3. I'm just going to like sit here and pop all these out first. Yep, project 3. Like all the butterflies are project 3. Watch all the, I think all the hearts are probably project 2. Which makes sense. It sticks with the theme. Okay, and we've got some white butterflies here too. Again, if you have the black accents already, you could also add those to anything you're doing, which is really nice. I am sorry. I didn't know they were gone. I wouldn't have even shown them to you if I had known that. I should have looked before I jumped on. This does have some pieces that you can pop out. You could also color these pieces. So if you don't want to get rid of them, I'm going to go ahead and just pop them out. But you could color them like different colors and then add them. Hey, Jeffrey, how are you? I'm so glad you're on with us today, Sarah. So I'm just going to pop all those little pieces out. Okay. Put those in the, wait, I'm pretty sure that that's project 3. Yep, it is. Oh my gosh, come off. Project 3. See, I think I was onto something. I tore the background, not the actual butterfly, thankfully. Also project 3, again, I'm going to remove these just to get ahead of it. If you're like me and you can't stand the little chads, you know, you're going to watch me deal with all those as we go along because I don't like them either. I have to cut them off. I can't leave it there. So, this is one of the things I like about like full laser cut stuff is you don't usually have as many of those, but things like this, you do tend to have some little chads. It's fine. It still lets you get these beautiful pieces, which are so nice. Okay, are these 3? Yeah, these 3 butterflies are also project 3. These solid ones here. So we'll grab all of those. And remember, we have some more butterflies in the frame that we took out too. Okay. And then this, okay, so the hearts are project 2, I believe. Let me look. Yep, they're all project 2. So all the hearts are project 2. So we have project 3 done. I'm actually going to move that over here. And I'm going to move this over to 1. That way we don't get anything mixed up. Okay, and we have our project 2 pile here. Okay, so we're going to punch out all these hearts. Aren't they cute? Oh my gosh, these hearts are cute. They're so cute. So if you have heart dies, you can, of course, punch hearts from designer series papers and get similar things. The one thing you're not going to get is, for instance, I mean, unless you have, sorry, hiccups, a paper that looks like that, is like these flowers, but they're so cute. I just love what they did here. I think they did a great job with this whole set. I might have to buy another one before it goes away, just so I have another batch of everything. Because I really do like it. There are some kits that most of these types of kits I only buy one of, but there are a few out there that I'm like, oh, I loved that so much. I want another one. So, and then I don't make it the same. I use the pieces in other ways, but yeah, there's some that are just so stinking cute that you kind of want to use the pieces again for something else. Or you could use them for cards or whatever. There's nothing that says you have to make a scrapbook page out of these pieces, right? It's always hard when you get to the center. We've got some white ones. Don't miss those. And then we also have these 2 little circles that we're going to be using on the tags that we made earlier. Pieces that we cut little diagonal notches out of. Okay, we're going to recycle that. I'm pretty sure we have everything. Ta-da! Okay. And all this goes with project 2. I don't want to lose any of that. That's a lot of little pieces. If you want to put it in a baggie or something, you know, just make sure you don't lose your pieces. That would not go amiss. Okay, then we have all of our stickers. So there are times when I have done this as I go. There are other times that I choose. Let's see. I have a mystery drink in my cup. Mixed chais on ice, partial sunny. You're so funny. The white ones, yes, there are other white ones available, but they're not the ones that go with this kit. That's what she was talking about, the ones I showed earlier. And I apologize for showing that. I didn't realize it. Okay, so sometimes I leave them and I just take them off as I go. Other times I cut them out. It is completely up to you. So for now, I'm going to leave these here and we're going to see how things go. I may end up cutting them in a minute. But yeah, for now, I'm going to leave them as they are. Okay, so we're going to start with project 1. So let me grab all those goodies. Now, I want you to remember, I chose to cut this paper. If you didn't, yours is going to look a smidgen different, and that's okay. And so I've got all these pieces that are 12 inches long, and I'm going to use either white willow or, well, it doesn't really matter, any scrapbook page, because you're not going to see it. In this case, I'm literally using the back of these for my piece. Why? Because I can. rather than throw them away, this is what I'm going to use. So we're going to make 2 piles here. We have sorry, let me move this a little bit out of here. We have a white piece that we cut down for each page. And then we have 1 each of each of these things, these strips for each of the pages. Then we have the small leaf piece is on the left page and the larger one is on the right. We also have this piece that's going to be used here. We have this piece. I'm sorry. Is that right? Yeah. This piece is going to be used over here. Then we have a ticket that's going to be used over here, probably. And we have this little that says like 79 and has a date, whatever, that goes over here as well. Also, the little red kind of piece with stars. The best of days. And this little ticket piece here also over here. Okay, so all of those are on that side. And then this side has the life is a journey and this little piece here. Okay, this is one of the things you're going to have to decide about this particular layout. So this layout, this piece and this piece are pockets, which are going to have things that we're going to slide into them. What that means is that you are going to need to cut a slit in your page protector. As long as you are okay with doing that, then you can use these as a pocket. If you are not okay with doing that, you can choose to alter your page so that you don't have them as a pocket. For instance, these are going to be like kind of like this, right? On here, this is going to be a pocket. These little flaps are going to get folded in. This is going to go inside the pocket right here, along with any photos or whatever else I'm going to stick in there. However, what I can do instead is just create a photo piece here, and I could move it up and add this here so that it's not a pocket. If you want to do that, you can. And I'm going to do that because I don't want to do a pocket for both of these. I'm okay with one being a pocket. And so I'm going to use this one. This one I'm not going to use as a pocket. But if you want to, you can. I am going to show you the process so you can do it with both if you want to. Okay? So I'm just letting you know that now. What that means is I'm actually going to cut these little tabs essentially off of my piece. So I'm going to just put this here. I'm going to put the edge of the tab in the trough and I'm going to trim that off. Now I'm going to keep this piece because I can make use of it. And then I'm going to trim this one off. And finally, this one. Okay, so I have these 3 pieces. Now, if you aren't going to use it as a pocket, that you'll be able to use on something else. So I'll show you what I'm going to do with those later. Okay, so because I am not going to use this one as a pocket. I am going to use this one as a pocket. So I'm going to fold, and actually I prefer to score these first. I don't really like to fold paper without scoring it. So I'm going to just put those in there and score this time. So we'll score there. We'll score there. And last one right there. All right. So this will be a pocket, and I will score and burnish all my folds. You're going with the kids to see Spider-Man. Lisa, let me know how you like it. I'm very much looking forward to that. Ooh, peach tea, that's good. Yeah, I'm having my chai rooibos herbal tea like I normally do. This morning went to class on the foil press. Are you enjoying our new foil? Isn't that awesome? Love it. Okay, so I'm going to put the right-hand page over to the side for right now. And we're going to, don't go flying off. We're going to come back to that. We're going to start with this page. So me take the small pieces off here. Okay. So for this, actually, let me pull this up here so you guys can kind of see the instructions. So again, I chose to do the cut of this piece. So just remember that. That's going to be a little different. If not, then you're going to have a full piece. So I'm going to attach this first so you can pretend either way. So I'm going to take this piece. And I'm just popping that on there like that. Okay, now pretend that's a whole sheet if you didn't do this, okay? Then I'm going to take this piece and it's going to go on the opposite side. So this is going to go on the right side of my page. Sorry, I know I'm a little off camera. I'm trying to make sure it's lined up. Okay, so it's on the right side of my page. Then I'm going to take this piece. This is the Flirty Flamingo piece. And we're going to pop that right next to the squares. No, we're not. Don't listen to me. Don't do that yet. We're going to take this piece and we're going to add this first. So this goes down first. I'm not sure why, but that's how they did it. It's the design, so we're going to go with it. I don't know. I probably would have done it the other way around, but it does work. It makes sense when you look at the end all product, but it is a little different. I've never done this before in this way. So, okay, so we're going to pop this in the center. Luckily, this has got lines on it, so that should help you get it straight. Just like that. Then we're going to add this piece, and this is going to go, I'm going to flip this around. This is going to go right at the edge of that piece because it is exactly 5 inches over. Okay. See what I mean? You're not going to see the back at all, so you're not even going to know it's there. And then we're going to add this piece right next to that. Okay. I'm going to do it like this just so I can see what I'm doing here. Ta-da! So now you don't even know that that was the back of a piece, right? And I saved a whole lot of this paper, which I love. Okay, so that is our background. Then we're going to take, and again, if you choose to make this one piece a pocket, that is fine. You do you. I'm going to leave it just as a regular piece, but I'm going to push it up. So it has you putting it more in the middle of your page. I'm going to push this up a little bit so that I have room for this piece, okay? And then we've got this photo here, which I'm also going to move up just a little bit so that it kind of makes the whole thing feel right. Actually, I think I'm going to flip this. So they have you doing it like this. I'm going to flip this so that this is at the top. And that way my 2 photos are like this. If that makes any sense, I hope. So I'm going to actually move this over like that. So mine's a little bit different just because I'm not making this a pocket, okay? All right, so we're going to do that. And then before I lay anything down, I'm going to grab the stickers I need. So for this, I'm going to need one of these, oh, 2 of these. And I think that's it, plus a couple of stars. Yeah, so easy peasy, we've got that down. All right, so I'm going to start by adding this piece here. And I'm just going to do it so that it's about, let's call it 3/8 from the edge of the white, top and side. And then let's see, do I want the flowers? I think I do. So I'm going to do, let's pull this up a little bit. You could even add another photo to this section if you really wanted to. Like you could have a photo here and another photo here and have life in the middle. I kind of feel like I might do that. Let me see if I can. Hold on. This is the back of the stripe, right? Do we have another piece of that? You know what? It's a smaller one, but that's okay. Let's see. This is 3 1/4 by, okay, I'm gonna make that 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. This is one of the strips that we had, little scraps that we had left over. I'm gonna flip it. I like more photos, y'all. Y'all know me, right? I like more photos. So I'm going to do this number. I'm going to put one of them here. Yep. I like that better. I feel like I'm getting more out of my page. All right. So we have a place to do some journaling. Can you journal on the white? Absolutely. This is just cute, right? Or we could, let me see. Maybe I like this better. Hold on. Bear with me. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to put one photo here. And then my title and my journal spot. And then we'll put another photo. Do I like that though? Another square. It's similar in size. I'm trying to decide if I like that. But I could do that one at an angle like this. Maybe. What do you guys think? Y'all know how I am about messing with stuff. I'm always messing with stuff, right? So cute. Okay. Your Facebook page shows a shadow of our comments. Yes, because it has the comments from both Facebook and YouTube. So if you want to get rid of your comments and do a full screen of the thing, you can. So you can see everything. Just change it to full screen. And then you'll still see the Facebook comments and you'll see the YouTube comments, which is really nice. Okay. That was what I was thinking, the last photo move. Oh, this right here, you like that? I don't know why. There is a part of me that desperately wants to add a black mat to these. Is that crazy? If I show you, let me show you guys that. Because maybe you'd like it. I don't know. You might not. But I love the accent look of the black for certain things. Let me see if I have a scrap here that's big enough. I think I do. I might not have a second one though. Okay, let's try this. So this one, let me show you what I'm talking about. Movie guy says that's an awesome movie. Okay, 3.5 by 4.5. So what I'm going to do is I want to make it really tiny because I don't want it to draw from anything. So this is 3.5 by 4.5. So I'm going to make this 3 and 5/8. 3 and 5/8. I know it's one of those weird numbers. Bear with me. 3 and 5/8 by 4 and 5/8. So just adding an eighth to each side, basically. And that's going to let me do this number. I don't know why, but I just feel like I'm going to like it better. Am I crazy? Do you guys think I'm crazy for wanting to do that? I think it looks really good. It just makes it pop a little bit. I think I want to put it all the way in the corner. I was avoiding it, but now I think I do. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, is that better than it just being white? Grab another piece. And this one was 3. It's just a scrap that we ended up using. It was 3 1/4. So I'm going to do 3 3/8. You like it better? Okay. I think so too. Okay. So I'm adding a photo to this and I'm moving some stuff around, mostly just because I'm not using this as a pocket, but that's okay. All right. So I think that's what I like. So I'm going to go ahead and layer these up. Sorry, y'all, my husband's chair is what I'm using right now. It is really squeaky. Okay. So we're going to pop this. I don't know why this model is squeakier than my model, but it is. Mine decided to break on me. I got to get a new one. I just haven't done it yet. All right, so we're going to layer these up. I'm going to take this one. I'm not going to add, let's see, where do I want that? Oops. I'm not going to add adhesive on this corner. I did the wrong corner. Just roll that up. No problem. Okay, so I'm not going to add adhesive on that corner, but I am going to come down like kind of the middle, and that'll just give me a little bit of adheration. That is not a word. I was making up a word, y'all. A little bit of adhering there. But that way I can still put my photo and tuck that in like that. And then I'll have a photo here, which will be 3x3. And then I'll have a 3x4 over here. Okay. So that's what that would look like. And then we're going to take this piece, and this is going to overlap a little bit. So I'm trying to see where I want that to be. I think I'm going to have it overlap about like that. I probably would have done another 3x4 this way, but at an angle or something, but I didn't have that size piece, so that's fine. But if you use like the other paper, you can certainly do that. I just wanted to stick with what was in the kit already. And then I don't want to cover up my little heart. So I'm going to pop that right there. Oh my gosh, it's really windy outside. All right. And then this. So when I lay this down, the only thing I want to do is I'm trying to get the journey straight. Okay. I don't want to put any adhesive up at the top of this because that's going to be where there's photos. So I'm just going to add it in other places to hold it down, but not. Does that make sense? I hope. I hope. Let's see. Probably like that. Okay. And then we're going to add, we've got 2 of these flowers. 1, ooh, don't tear. 1 and 2, and 1 of these. Yep. So let's see where I want to put these. I think I still want 1 of them with the life like that. And then the other one. Over here. And this last one, I think I'm going to put. Do I want to do that, or do I want it to be somewhere with one of these? They had them together before, so maybe I should do them together. Yeah, that might work. Okay. So we have a 4x6, a 3x3, and we may have some other stickers left over too that I may end up deciding to use over here. But one thing that we don't, that we do have is some stars, and I'm going to grab 2 of those. 1, 2, these little red stars. And I think I'm going to do, let me look and see. I bet there's one on this side too. Oh, there's 2 on that side. That's weird. I'm going to do them down here. because on the second page they're at the top and I don't want them to be the same. So we're going to do, and I like my stars to be tilting differently, if at all possible, just so they don't all look the same. Okay, so there's that page. I'm going to move these because we're not going to leave those on there. Okay. So there's the first page. Altered, yes, but you get the idea. By the way, if you want to add something else under here, you can always do that. When we get to the end, I'm going to look and see if I want to change that. So let me do the second page now. So that is on page 6 of our instructions here. So this one is just flipped. We're going to put the pluses over here and the hatch over here. Okay. Or you're using a whole hatch piece and then just adding. Oh, okay. See you later, Jill. Thanks for being with us. Okay. It balances the DSP. I like the black mat. Me too. I do too. I think it looks really good. Okay, so we're going to put this all the way on this side. Let's rotate this way, just to make it easier for me. And we'll add, hold on, let me look at the other one. Okay, it won't matter. Add this here. Like so. And then the next piece is our white piece. Again, we want to make sure that's centered. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with that piece of instruction stuff under. Maybe I should just put one piece of instructions under there and that wouldn't bother me so much. We'll try that. Okay, yeah, that's better. All right, then we're going to add the Flirty Flamingo up here against the plus piece. That's just basically a mirror of the previous page in that regard. And then finally, the stripe. And I am going to make sure I have the same stripe at the top that I did on the other one. So my blue, it was on the top of the other one, so I'm going to do the same on this one. Can y'all hear the wind howling? It's really loud. Okay, so opposite of the previous page. Then we have our pocket, which is meant to go over here. We have this piece, which is going to have 2 pictures on it. But because of what I did on the other page, I'm actually going to add a piece of black to this. So I need to measure this real quick, just so that it mimics that. So this is 3. So I need, this is 3.5 by, it looks like 8 3/4. Is that right? Ooh, sorry. That was loud. Yeah, 8 3/4. So we need 3 5/8 by 8 7/8. Okay. So I don't have a, hold on. I need to cut one this direction. So that was 3, what did I say? 3 5/8. So 3 5/8. And I'm just using regular cardstock for this. And then 8 7/8, I believe, is the right number. And that'll mimic the opposite side. So if you don't want to add the black, you don't have to add it. It's intended for 2 of our, I need to put these somewhere where I can grab them easier. Hold on. It is intended for 2 of these 3 by 4 photos. So you pop this on here like that. And then you'll have 2 3x4 photos like that. Does that make sense? Okay. So that is going to go right here. I really like how the black makes that pop. We have our little folder that you can put a photo in. It actually has you putting, I believe, like a 4x6 in here. So we're going to pretend that there's a 4x6 in there. And we're going to add this little tag that has whatever details I'm going to write about this. Now, this could have more than one photo stuck in it too. It doesn't have to just have one photo, like it can have multiples. So this is just a place for, and let me take this little, this is just a place for your photo and whatever other little things you want to put in it. It does mean that there's an empty spot up here. So if you're like me and you're looking at that and you're going, I want to do something with that, by all means, go for it. So we're going to start with this. Let me grab the other sheet so I can just show you the balance of things real quick. So this is what we have right now. And you can see why I wanted to add the black, because we have the black over here. So I do want to add that. This is an open spot at the moment. And so if that bothers you, that is something that you can alter. I think if I was going to, though, I would probably shove this up here instead and put something down here. And I would do it in this color because we have this in 3 places, but we only have this in 1 place. So that's just something that I'm thinking, but you guys can do it however you want. It does have this, let me show you what it has planned. It has planned for you to put this here along with some flowers in this area. So that would take up some of this space. And then you've got this and this and this as little accents, whatever, that are on the page. But again, still a big white spot. If that bothers you, then change it. If you like it, then keep it. It's up to you. So for me, I feel like I'm going to pull this up here. Let me just see what would happen if we put this up here. So I want to make sure there's room for whatever I'm doing. And then I can still put this here across the top. I feel like that will still work, but I may want to do the flowers a little bit different, but we can see. Best of days. But I feel like that gives me some space here. So what I'm looking at doing is taking one of my extra pieces. We have an awful lot of the Lost Lagoon. We don't have any paper that looks like this, but we have a lot of this Lost Lagoon left. And so I was just thinking, what if we had a photo down here that allowed you to have just one more photo? So let me see, how big is this? This scrap. Yeah, I love the black in this collection too. 4 1/4 by 5 3/4. So how about if we change this? Actually, you know what? You can leave it. You can leave the scrap exactly the size it is, because we can alter our photos. We can cut them down. So I want to ask just one more time, are you guys seeing me clearly as you normally do? Because I am totally not. And I don't know why. I am seeing a very fuzzy picture and it's super freaking me out. So I don't like that. I want it to be clear for you guys, and I'm worried that it is not clear. So let me know. Okay, so I'm thinking that if we put this down here to alter, to offset rather this over here, we can have the pocket up here for however many photos you want to stick in it. And then this piece. What do we think? Do you like that? I feel like that looks good. Let's see. Hi, I was on YouTube and crossed over. Do you like it better over on Facebook or on YouTube? That's the question. It's somewhat fuzzy. Okay, so it's not just me. I'm like, I don't like this. It's fuzzy. Why is it fuzzy? It's kind of freaking me out, y'all. I don't like that. I want it to be clear, and it is not clear. And I don't know why. So I may have to mess with this. There may be some sort of setting that I need to adjust, but it does not look clear to me either. Okay. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Yeah, okay, it's fuzzy. Ah, erg. Also, just one little tip I want to give you. When you put a photo in here, in this pocket, you might want to consider attaching your photo to a piece of cardstock just so that you have, um, it, it can't get it damaged and, easily. So if you like pockets, then I would do that. If you don't like pockets, then do something else entirely with this page. You can leave this off and do another photo there or whatever you want to do. So I am going to do the one because I want to show it to you guys, but I didn't want to do this one. So we're going to add this piece here, and I'm going to leave it the size that it is, but you guys can do whatever floats your boat. So I think I'm going to put this all the way down here, like so. And then we need to, let's take those little photo mats off of there. You need to add this onto this piece. I really think that with the little tiny bits of black that you have in here, these little mats really make this paper pop so that you can really see that it's different from the background paper, for instance. And it just kind of makes everything better. Hope you guys agree. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I'm gonna have to do some research and find out why it's fuzzy, because I don't like that. I like my videos to be nice and clear. So I do apologize for that. Okay, we're also going to add, we have these pieces left from that I cut off of here. And so I think I'm gonna add maybe, let me see if I like that. I think I was gonna add a strip of this on here. Yeah. So I'm gonna cut this. This was 4 1/4, I believe. Yes. So I'm gonna cut this at 4 1/4. Which will leave me a little bit more to do something with, but come on. All right. So I am gonna put a little piece of this here, and that'll just add a little bit of this texture, and it's going the same direction too. So I like that. Can y'all see this? Sorry, I'm at the bottom of my page here. Okay, so just a little bit there. And then we've got that piece on. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take these pieces out. We're gonna add this to our page. So I'm gonna add it like just above this piece. And so I'm gonna add adhesive. If you want to add tear and tape, you can. It's not necessary. I'm just gonna add my regular. All right, let's put that. I'm gonna move it over. I'm gonna center it kind of above this part of this piece. So right about there. All right, so then a photo can go in there, tags, whatever you have, and then we'll add this piece. And I'm gonna have this kind of, I think they have, whoops, what did I do with the instructions? There they are. So they have it come in down here. I'm gonna have it go off the side instead, since I have a photo here. It'll work, trust me. And then we're gonna have this little piece. I'm gonna use a silicone mat to add some Well, my boat, two have already fell overboard. Lucky all have lives on. Decided to just jump in. Wait, you're on the boat right now? You are on a boat? Is that what you're telling us? I'm confused. Please let us know what you're saying because I'm like, wait, what? Something about a boat. Okay. And then I kind of wish that this little tag was like this because it's got the little arrow, but they have it tucked in behind here so that you can't even see that. So it's up to you how you want to do that. Like you could put it like this. I don't know. Which way do you like it? Or I might even do it like this. Yeah. Oh, ooh, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna punch the little hole out though first. So this little tag piece, um, cat hairs, always. Yeah. I'm gonna put it at an angle. I like that better. So I'm gonna pop this in here like that. And then we have this piece. Now, this piece, since we have, pretend we have our photos here. Okay, and whatever size photo we have here. So this piece is gonna lay over our photo. So first off, I need to cut the little chads off of this because I don't want, let me do that I'm doing it off camera because y'all, I don't want chads everywhere. I'm gonna get paper fuzz all over my project. Okay, so what I would do is kind of put it over one of the photos, like where it's gonna be, but I'm gonna only add adhesive here so that I can still get my photo underneath. I can always add more adhesive after the fact, but I don't want to not be able to get my photo up under there. So I'm gonna do it like that so that it still works, right? Okay. So we have, I'm tempted to add another piece of this somewhere, but I just don't know. I feel like it would be really nice to add another piece of this. But I just don't know that I want to cover that much of my photo. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Okay, let me grab the flowers here. So this is what the page looked like. So we are going to grab the flowers. So it's one of these and two of these, and then the two stars. So we're using those same pieces, just the opposite ones. And I'm going to be kind of putting them in a little bit different places because of how we did stuff. So I think I'm going to add this one here, actually. And pop that behind there. And then this one, I'm going to add up there in the corner. So I'm just changing where those places, a few things are, but the whole, gist of the layout is basically still the same. It's one of the great things about doing these layout. You can make these layouts yourself is you can do them a little different. You don't have to do them exactly the same, right? Okay, so those stars are here. So we're going to put these stars up here like that. I think I like that. So there's my final layout. Really cute. So I've added 2 extra photos doing it this way. I also have only one pocket, but I do need to show you one more thing, one more step for this particular layout. So you want to get your page protector, which I need to grab. Whatever page protector you're going to use. I want to remind you that this is the right hand side. So it's going to go in the front with the holes on this side. It is important that you get it where it needs to be or you're going to have a problem. Trust me. I know of what I speak. Okay. So we're going to push this all the way down to the bottom of our pocket. And then we are going to mark where we need to put our, I'm going to try doing this with a pencil. It suggests doing it with a pencil. In the past, I have just used my split my blade, and I haven't even messed with this, but I'm going to try this. So we're going to add a pencil line, which hopefully works. We're going to pull that out. Oh, it looks like it did. So if you push enough, it kind of makes a little line. And then I'm going to take a piece of, this is chipboard from one of our kits. I'm going to pop that in under there. I'm going to line that back up to my pencil mark. Well, I can't really see where it starts. Hold on. Let me grab my blade. So we're going to grab our craft blade tip. I'm going to end up getting my head in the camera. I can just see it now. Okay, let's do right there. And I'm trying to mark the ends here. And right there. Okay. So let's put that there and there. Okay. So I'm going to just make my line. Try to stay. It's better to use a metal tipped ruler for this, by the way. I'm not doing that. Shame on me, because these can cut right through plastic. So you should use a metal sided. Okay, so it should have cut through that one side. And then you're going to take your layout, pop it. Actually, let's take the photo out of there. Pop it back in here. Like so. And then what's going to happen is, now you can also, if you want to, you can cut, you can use like a hole punch to punch this, but I'm always scared it's not going to punch right. So I don't usually mess with it. And then you can just put your little photo and your tags or whatever it is you're keeping in this pocket, and hopefully don't have cat hair in it. Did I get that all the way? Yeah. Just like that. So whatever you're going to stick in that pocket now can actually come out without the whole page coming out, right? Because it is separate. So that is how you want to do that. And then because I didn't make this one a pocket, if you do, you'll just do the same thing, but at a vertical slit. And this will probably stick out from that. So I personally just didn't want this one to be a pocket. I don't like side pockets, for one. Things always fall out of them. I like standing up pockets just fine. I didn't want this to be one. So this works fine. And so that is our first layout. Okay. Honestly, the most complex one, in my opinion, just because we're doing that special stuff with it. So should go the slowest. We should be able to speed up now. Okay, so number 2. We're going to move on to that one. Let me grab all of that. This is so sweet. I'm sorry, I got hiccups. It has this beautiful kind of flowery border, and then all the hearts. It's very girly, this particular layout. I feel like it is. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like it's pretty girly. So we're going to take all of our pieces here. Set these aside for a second. And all of this. All right. So we have our 2 pages, one for each side. On this side, maybe if I can get my, okay, we have our 2 tags. Our tags are going to be, one is going to be this way and one's going to be this way. These are both going to be on this side, along with the smile. What did it say? You make me smile. That's also over here, as well as this little piece is going to be over here. We're going to have hearts and stuff everywhere, so I'm not going to worry about that yet. I'm going to just pop those over here. And then on this side, we have the 3 photo mats, which these are not going to be standard. They're going to be a little bit different than we're used to. And we have this little tag piece that's going to go over here too, plus a bunch of stickers and stuff like that. All this, I believe, is hearts. Yeah. So we're going to be doing the hearts here in just a second as well. Okay. Oh, what I do need though is these two little circles. Where's the other one? Oh no, where'd it go? I hope I didn't just lose it. There it is. I do need the two little circles for my tags. So I'm going to grab that. We can put our hearts back over to the side. We'll get to the hearts in a second. Okay. Don't lose any of them, okay? All right, so I'm going to move this one over here. We're going to grab the right side first. Or sorry, left side. This one or the previous one? Oh, I said whatever floats my boat or floats your boat. Got it. I got it. I got it. Okay. All right, so this smile is going to go down here at the bottom, and we're going to be putting some leaves from our stickers with this. So if you have any chads that you want to get rid of on any of these pieces, feel free to do that before you start. I'm going to do it as I go. But so when I go off camera, that's all I'm doing is I'm just trimming these little chads. So don't bother. I mean, don't worry. I'm still here. You don't have to worry. I haven't gone anywhere. Okay. So we're going to put this over here and we just want to leave enough space for some leaves. So the leaves I'm talking about are these two leaves right here. So we're going to take this and I'm going to add this on lightly. So I'm just going to kind of set it down just below that teal line. I'm not actually pushing down on it. I'm going to grab my two, maybe. My two leafy stickers. There is a piece in the center that you want to pop out. Sorry, I just want to make sure I didn't miss something. And I didn't. Okay, good. Pop that piece out. All right. Oh, don't tear. So I'm going to pop this behind here. I want to bury it up to like the L, right? So like that. And then on this side, ooh, we're going to pop that behind there. I'm wondering if my dog got bathed. All right, so we're going to pop that on like that. Do y'all have a stinky dog? I have a stinky dog. She needs to be bathed. It is so hot outside. It was 106 here yesterday, you guys, here in Oklahoma. Sorry, I should be using my little chiseler. I'm going to add a little bit more adhesive on the ends now that I've got everything positioned. And pop that back on there. Okay. She is so stinky. It's been 106. It's been like 105 all week, or between 100 and 105. Yesterday it was 106. Today, oops, there's one of my little hearts. Today is in the 90s, so it's a little better, but oh my gosh, it's just ick, right? Okay, so this is one of those pages that you're going to have to accept the fact that it doesn't have very many photos on it. It's fine. We're all going to be okay. Not every single page has to have a million photos, but I know. Okay, so I'm going to just pop these two tickets on here like this. These are going to have photos on them, and they're going to be the 3x4 style. What you want to do is make sure that when you lay this one down, there's not adhesive right here. So I'm going to bring that in a little bit, and then these four corners basically. Let's see if I can tuck that under that. No, I probably can't. Okay. So something like that. We have our little, what did I do with them? I had them. Did I like dump them? Did y'all see me dump them? Where'd my little circles go? There they are. Oh my goodness. I got my little circles. These are like the little reinforcers, you know. You're going to jump off for a few minutes. Okay, Pauline. We'll see in a minute. Okay, so we're going to put one there. And one on the other one. Sorry, I'm just getting the little chads off. Super easy to do. We're just going to pop these. You could use a glue dot if you want to toward the top. Oops. Like so. And then just remember that you have your two photos that are going to go on here, something like this. Right? Okay. So now we have some hearts we're going to play with here. We're going to put that on in a minute too. But before we do that, let's play with these hearts. Okay. So we have a lot of hearts here. So if you pull these out, you can kind of size them. You're going to notice that they just graduate down, down, down. All right. So the ones that are blue like this have this yellow piece that's going to go in the middle. These have this kind of red and orange piece that's going to go in the middle. I believe it's the same. Yeah. On the other side. Then you have this guy here. He has this one and one of the white hearts. We also have this little blue hatch one. We're going to put one of the little white hearts on that, and then this little blue heart on that. And then, hold on, there's a couple other ones over here. So we have this one that is going to have a yellow and a white like that. And, oh, whoops, we have these two yellows that are going to go in the middle of these two. And we have the pluses that go in the middle of these. And I think this is the last one. So this one, yeah, like this. So we have these 3 layers of hearts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add all of these together. You want to line up the centers of the hearts. That's the most important. The thing about it is all of these have chads. So it's going to take me just a second. If you'll bear with me, I'm going to, as I'm going along, we're going to just talk while we're doing this. Pretend like we're coloring or fussy cutting or whatever. We're going to talk while we put these together. So what have you guys been doing this summer? That's what I want to know. What have you been doing? Those of you that aren't crafting with me, or you have a moment, you can stop and tell me what you're up to. I would love that. So far this summer, well, a lot of you know, it's been a bit of a mess. My assistant broke her arm in June. I, long story, but kind of hurt my arm in July. And I was sick in June when I got back from my trip. So it's actually been kind of a nutty summer for us. Whatever. I don't know why, but it has been. So it's just been kind of crazy. And sometimes that happens. But you know what? This too shall pass. We're moving along. We're both healing. I think we're going to be okay. And that's what's important. But we're not really doing anything crazy fun or anything like that this summer, other than our trip to Alaska, which was the incentive trip, which we did in the first week of June. So we did do that, which was a ton of fun. That's probably my only summer fun, really. I was hoping to go to the Watermelon Festival, but I don't know if we're going to go because it's been so hot. So I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do it. Last summer was so nice. I wish we'd gone then. Because last summer we only got above 100 once, which for some of you probably sounds crazy, but we usually are over 100. And so for us to only have one day over, it was literally 100. That's not bad, right? I know the chads are crazy. Got to cut them off. It just takes a minute. I hate that it takes me a minute. I wish I could pre-do them so you guys wouldn't have to watch me you know, do all these little chads, but it is what it is. You'll forgive me, right? Okay. So I'm just going to make these hearts. By the way, the ones that are the same, you're going to have one on either side. So I can tell you right now that like these, one goes on the one side and one goes on the other. Same thing with this red heart mix. And then you have some other ones that there's only one of, and then I'll tell you where those go. So if you're doing this kit with me, you're cutting the chads off with me. So you're, it's fine. So I've got to have somebody tell me what they're doing this summer. What are you up to? Even if it's like, hey, I'm spring cleaning, or I'm doing something with my craft room, or I don't know, whatever it is. You got to tell me. We got to know. Inquiring minds want to know. All right. So we're just going to pop these on. Again, I'm making sure to line up these hearts every time. The centers, the points are always lined up. So Kathy Sanford is over on YouTube. Are you watching on your TV? Is that why you're on YouTube? I'm curious to see who decides to go where. I can tell where you are because it has that in the little chat function, which is really nice. Do you guys like the little title over here? Is that cool or what? Tells you what you're watching. I need to see. I think there's a way to put more detail in like the comments, or not the comments, but the information. But I think I messed up and didn't get that quite right. Been crazy for you too, helping with grandkids, going to PT, tutoring, doctor's appointments. Oh yeah. Been to county fair. That's nice. But so hot you couldn't really enjoy it. Yeah, see, that's what I'm worried about trying to go to the watermelon festivals. I mean, like, if it's so hot that I can't enjoy it. Really hot there too, staying in the AC. Me too. Just stay in the AC. I don't want to go outside. I mean, I have been outside a couple of times because I had to, but not fun. And like, you're on both. That's right. I'm sorry, I forgot you were on both. She's making sure she's on both. Okay. So this one right here, that is the big one with the blue heart in the center, that is going to be on our left hand page. So it's going to go over here. Sorry for my hiccups. I need to breathe more. Yep. Deep breaths. You've been working on decluttering, but you've been avoiding your craft room like the plague. Yeah, because that's hard to declutter, isn't it? I have been so busy of late that my craft room right now looks like an absolute mess. And I am a very organized person normally, so I don't like that. Not happy about it, but I have not had the time to get, like, I've just been like setting stuff off to the side and be like, I'll get to that when I can. Like, I have just not had time. So it happens to us all. You want to give a little love to both. There you go, Kathy. Thank you. You're so good. All right. Aren't these little triple hearts so cute? I think they're adorable. Okay. Whoops. So that one goes on our left page. The other one that has the yellow center is going to be on the right page. So, and it's a little bit smaller than the other one. So they are different in that regard too. But it's the same pattern. Oh my gosh, the chads. It's a slow process. Look at all the chad. Well, you probably can't see it, but there's like all this chad dust now, right? right there on my silicone mat. It's so funny. All right. All right, so that one goes over here. And then for these two, the one that has the hatch mark on the crosshatch on the outside, because they're like reverses of each other, that one's the left, and then the one that the crosshatch is on the inside is the right. So we'll just get these two last ones done and we can add them. We'll be ready for the right side once we get to it, because we'll have all this done. Sorry, I know I'm at the bottom of the screen because I'm trying not to make a big mess with these chads. Your craft room is so messy. Hubby is building some new shelves so you can get organized. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna buy some shelves for some of my retired stuff that I moved out of my main craft space that I want to keep, but I don't want in here because just space. And I need to get those shelves bought and then get that stuff organized also, which is part of what's going on in my own space, is that I've got a bunch of retired stuff just sitting off to the side in like boxes and stuff that I need to get moved out of here because I don't have room for it in here. And I am planning to do some kind of a event where I will sell some retired things that have been gone for a while. I'm thinking about doing, if you guys are familiar with the concept of a BOGO event, where basically you buy a bundle. For instance, you can pick one of the bundles I have available that are retired for free. And like if you buy an embossing folder, you get one of the retired ones for free, that kind of thing. So stamp set, again, same thing. So anyway, I've been looking at doing that maybe, but I've got to get a list and pictures of everything that that I'm getting rid of so that you guys know what you can pick from. So I have to get that done in order to even do that process. Okay, this is our last one. By the way, we have those little strips left over, these strips from that piece, and I was thinking that we might be able to use those on one of these layouts. And it might be this one, but I don't know. I want to wait till I finish all the layouts and decide if I want to use them here or if I want to use them on cards or something. So love the crosshatch patterns. Those are so cute. Okay, so that goes over there. All right, we got all those little paper pieces all over the mat. Ugh. Okay. All right. So now that we've done that, we're going to bring this back in. We're going to grab our hearts here. We have this one that is going to go here. This one is going to go up here, and right here. So we just have like different hearts in different places. And then this piece, I am going to cut the little chads off of it too. You can put it wherever you want. Like I said, there's a lot of room on this. I feel like there's a part of me that wants to put like a circle photo up here somewhere. Like it just feels like it's missing. There's so much white space, but sometimes we need to get comfortable with white space. It's okay to have a little bit of it, right? All right, so we've got that. And then we're gonna put some stickers with this stuff too. So I'm just gonna add these hearts like this. And we're gonna put some stuff with these hearts. They're not by themselves. Okay. So along with that, you've got the stickers that we're going to add to this. So we have some hearts in here. We're going to add so if you look at this, let me show you. We're going to add one of these little flowers, these little peach flowers, and one of the blue ones. Actually, is it a small one? It's a small one. Hold on. I think it's one of the 4. Yeah, it's one of these little ones right here. Over here. So they tucked it under. No, they did not. This one is on top. And then this one is kind of under that. Like this. Okay. We also have one of those flowers, the peach ones, right here. And then we have another one up here, and I'm going to tuck it under this heart, just like that. And then one, let's see, this bigger blue one that I grabbed earlier is going to go right here, as well as this little yellow one from here and one of these bigger yellow ones from here. We're going to grab the little yellow one is going to go over here. Yeah, that was underneath there. So I pushed it down before there we go. We're going to pop that under there, just like that. And this one is going to go over here, like that. And then we have these 2, I'm not sure. Let me look and see. Yeah. These 2, Oh Happy Day and Just Love This. I can talk. So we're going to add the Oh Happy Day. Hold on. Under this heart. We do want it to be straight though. So you can use a ruler if you want to make sure you're getting these straight. This one is going to go kind of on top of that flower. Like so. Hopefully that's straight. That's pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Okay, and then we're going to add a couple of these little hearts. So we've got a light blue. I'm going to change it. They have the light blue here and the dark blue here. I'm going to change this. I'm going to put the light blue up here and the dark blue down here because I feel like that makes more sense. Because this is already light blue. And then a peach with that. And I think that's everything. Pretty sure that's everything. So we'll take these 2. So pretend your 2 photos are there and you have all the fun stuff with that. Okay, so that's the first page. The second page of this layout we are going to add these. Now, the way this is going to work is these are more like a photo. It's a photo mat. This one is a full photo mat, so you're going to have a photo like this. But these 2 are more like a photo corner. So you're going to have a photo that goes like this, a photo that goes like this, and you can do them at whatever angles you want. And then you have, oops, I grabbed 2. And then you have this one that's going to go like that. And these are meant to overlap. So we're kind of keeping it toward the bottom of the page. They do have these at different angles. This one is straight now that I'm looking at it. This one is going to be, is it straight? Yeah, that one's straight. These 2 are angled. This is straight. Okay, and then this is also straight. So it'll look like this. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna put this mat down. And I'm just gonna use the photo placement cards so that I don't put anything in the wrong place. Okay, it's just gonna help me with placement. So then I'm gonna add this one, and I'm gonna make sure, whoops, that when I add this, I have this photo in mind. Okay. And I want it to overlap this photo a little bit. So, but I do want it to be straight. I'm gonna grab my T-ruler, just make sure that that is. I don't think that's exactly straight, is it? Maybe it is. Okay, it's close enough. All right, so you're gonna have this one here and this one here, okay, like that. And then we have this last one that is gonna be crooked. Like that, and that photo will go like that. Okay, then this piece, I am gonna trim the chads off of this. Give me 1 second here, guys. Off camera. Hey, how are you? uh yeah, all the VA stuff. I've been dealing with my VA stuff too, so I know what you mean about that. I lost the comments. Sorry. Hold on, let me look and just see what she said. Don't move. Oops, I'm sorry. You're planning on catching up in your class and club packets. That's always a good idea. That's a great idea. Okay, so we're gonna pop this right here. And again, I would like this to be straight, so I'm trying to, when you have crooked things on your page, sometimes it's hard to tell if you're getting it straight, so it's nice to just check. Okay, I think that's straight. All right, so then we're gonna add from our stickers, we have this little square that says "Be Beautiful." Now, this is going to be one of those, actually, I'm gonna put this back on here. Hold on. So this is one of those moments where I like to cut the sticker out. So I'm gonna cut it just right above the, okay. And what I'm gonna do is this part is going to cover the photo. And because I know that, I'm gonna just cut this part off, and I'm gonna leave this part on it until I add a photo. So you guys have seen me do this before. I'm just gonna pop this down here, and this we're gonna do squared. But you can see here, I've got my photo there, but this way I can move a photo in and out. And then when I'm ready, when I've put my photo down, I can remove this last piece of release paper and we're good to go. Okay, so we're gonna add this little heart that has the yellow center that's black and white right here. We're gonna add this heart, the big blue one. Now I didn't put adhesive all the way over here, so that's gonna help with this. I'm gonna put it like right here, and that way I can still get my photo, where I need it to be, right? Okay. And then this one goes over here. And this one with that. Okay. Then we have Adorable You. I'm not going to push down on that yet because I'm going to grab another one of those yellow flowers. I'm actually going to cut this in half. This is not, they don't have you do this. Just trust me. I'm going to cut this in half and I'm going to add half of it right under this, if I can. It's fighting me. Okay. And then the other half I'm going to add up here. I just don't like putting a whole half of flower under something when I can keep it. Like, it makes more sense to do that. Okay, then we're going to add one of these pink flowers like we were using on the other side. Is going to go over here. And they have it tucked behind there, but I think I'm going to actually add it right here with my heart. So I like that better. And what else? Oh, we're going to add, we've got two more of these little hearts. I've got a light blue and a peach. The peach one they have right here. And the blue one, it's actually going over the picture. I'm not going to do it over the picture. I'm going to do it beside the other heart like that, just so I don't have to worry about it being over the picture. And then we're going to add the Cherish This little tab piece right up here on the top, like it's a folder. Okay, so there is that side of the layout. So let me take these off of here. I'll show you that full layout real quick. So here is that full layout. So you can see the majority of everything is like right here, and it's kind of bursting out from that point. So that's kind of what it's supposed to look like. Isn't that cute? I think that's really adorable. Okay, so we have that one. The third layout, bring all this stuff up here. Okay, so this is another one that I altered a little bit. So the way they had this is they had you cut a piece that was 11 by 11 of this blue, and then the whole bottom of it gets covered up by stuff. And I was like, that's silly. So I made mine shorter. If you want to do 11 by 11, by all means, you can do that. We're going to do it without that. So here we go. Okay, so let's move all of these off. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and pop this out now that we've gotten to it. So we have a frame, and then there's two little butterflies in the middle of this that we need to keep. Okay. All righty. So we're going to start by separating what we have on the 2 pages. You are going to have, whoops, I just dropped one of my mats. Okay. You're going to have one of each of these 3 pieces on each side. So that and that on both sides. And then the mats, we have 2 of the big ones plus the little one on this side, and then the 2 big ones on this side. Okay, so I'm going to move this one off to the side for now. We're going to start with the left hand side. All right, so to start off, we're going to add this to the top. I'm going to pretend this is the top for now, and we'll rotate it. So I'm going to add this to the top. And I want to get it so that it's equal distant all the way around. I know, it is cute, right? You know, if I could garden, I would. I wish I could. but I really have a hard time with it. If I can get, when we move out to the country, I want to get some raised beds and then I'll be able to do more, but I can't like get down on the ground or any of that kind of stuff. So that makes it harder. Okay, so then we're going to add this piece down here and this piece right here. So you should be able to just add them basically back to back. However, if you end up overlapping one of them, that's okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and add them. To start off with, I'm going to add this one back to back, or I should say flush. You have to order another of this kit. I know, because it's stinking adorable, right? Like, it is so cute. Like, I don't think I've ever ordered 2 of any kit, but I would order 2 of this one. And I need to because it is so cute. Yeah. Okay. So then we're going to put that below that, if I can get that back off of there. It's this paper, man. It's so adorable. It is so cute. And then they just added so much with all the cute little cutouts and stuff. The little butterflies and little hearts. They're all stinking adorable. All right. So we're going to do that. Okay. So then we have that. Now, the next thing we have to do is we're going to grab this, one of these ribbons, these, what is, like a swag kind of piece. Okay. Oops. Hold on. Okay. We're going to grab our swag piece and we're going to add this. I don't want to add it where I can see any of the teal. So I'm just adding it right at the base of the teal, basically. And we're going to cut it off flush with this. So it should be at 11 inches flush with the edge. Okay. So you're going to have a little bit left over, which you can keep and use if you want to. All right. And then you're going to take one of these pieces. Hold on, let me make sure I have the right one. Yeah. We're going to take two of these little pieces. And we're going to add this right over the top of that. I'm going to basically put that line at the top of my, and I'm going to do one on either end here. The dash line, this white one, is kind of at the top of this other sticker. Okay. We're not going to have to worry about the middle because it's going to be covered. Okay. So that's what I did. So you can see all of this would have been covered, but I saved it by cutting this shorter. So if y'all were wondering why I did that, there you go. Okay. Now we're also going to, I'm going to cut all the chads off of all this stuff that we're going to be using because I want to make sure that, man, that is so weird. I really need to mess with this and figure out. On my camera, it looks totally clear, but for some reason, it is not showing up clear on. I wonder if it's recording clear. I don't know. It's really weird. New technology. You know, whenever you learn something new, there's always a learning curve. Y'all have to bear with me. We'll get there. Okay. So I'm just going to clean these up real quick so that we don't have any major chads showing, because a few of mine came out pretty intense. It's hard to do on these little curves, but you can do it. I have faith in you. Is there anyone that leaves the chads? That's what I wonder. Like, I know there's some of you that are just like me and you hate them, but is there anyone that leaves them? We also have, just like we did before, we have all these butterflies that we're going to be like putting together. So, oh, and we have this little piece here. You also have the comments on the screen with you. Yes. So what you can do, and that's kind of off to the side, so it shouldn't really be in the way. You can make your screen full so the comments on the side don't show. And then that way you can see the comments. There may be a way to turn that off too. I'm not sure. You have to look at your settings, but I don't know. I may have to turn it off. I'm not really sure. But for me, I kind of need to see it because I need to see both. I can see both the YouTube and the sorry for the hiccup. The YouTube and the Facebook comments, which is nice. So I can talk to all of you at the same time, right? Okay. So we're gonna just, I believe all of these are just 2-layer instead of the 3-layer like the hearts were. We're just adding a colored butterfly with a white topper butterfly for all of these. And I believe the 2 big ones are the ones with the cutout pieces. I'm not sure I can get the little chads out of the inside of this, but I'm going to try. That's hard, especially where they are. So does anybody leave them? I've ordered 2 and the scrap workshop. So you've added you ordered 2 what? And then so we have this is the scrapbook workshop, and you've also gotten like extra paper packs or something, because I've got lots of paper packs, but it's the actual scrapbook workshop that I think I'm going to buy another of, because I just love some of the stuff in this. Like all these little die cuts are so cute. I love these butterflies. And some of the papers that you can't get because they're not in the regular designer series paper. By the way, if you're ever wondering about that, I show all that at the beginning of the video, so you can check all that out. You can see what all's in what. And yeah, this is just a really cute one. Okay, I think there's a couple of white butterflies that are on their own. So I think they might be are these all the same size? I can't tell. Yeah, I think they are. They look like it, don't they? Yeah. So we're gonna 4 of these get layered on, and then 2 will get just used by themselves, these white ones. So they get layered on these butterflies. Also, if you have the black butterfly stuff already, or you have some butterflies, if you want to cut from the dies from black paper, you could add some black accents as well, which would be super cute. So there's lots of cute little dies that coordinate with this set from that die set that I showed earlier. And you can have a lot of fun with that as well. Did I do these? No. I was like, wait, I don't remember doing those. Nope. I'm getting ahead of myself. That's what I do. Okay, so that one. You know, it's easier to cut off these little chads though than to try to cut all these things yourself, right? Like the chads are nothing compared to all that. So it's nice. Okay, one more for the top. Does it bother you, the comments on the screen, guys? Most of the time you leave them. Flo, you do. They don't bother you. Does anyone else leave them? Ruth said, Chad's got to go. That's funny. You know what's weird is I can see that comment on the main one, but I can't see it on the actual Facebook page, which is bizarre. I don't know why. So I'm glad I have that second one up there because I would have totally missed your comment. Okay, so let's get rid of those. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and layer these butterflies. If you're like me and you love your butterflies to fly when they're in things, you can just attach this middle part. And if you're like, what is she talking about? I'll show you what I'm saying. So I'm gonna take this one and I'm just going to kind of do one of these numbers. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit of glue in the center. I'm gonna pop it in the center of this. Now, when I lay the butterfly down, the back is going to be completely attached, but this little guy is going to have a little bit of lift because of the way I attached it. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing with all of these. Now, it's going to be in a protector, so it's going to get flattened, but it might still pop up a little bit in there, and that'll give you just a tiny bit of, I definitely do this on cards, but it'll give you a little bit of lift to your piece if you have it like that. So, and then we'll do the same for all of these. Wait, what? It's live. It's livable. The thing. It's not in the way, really, is it? If you guys want me to get rid of it, I can. But I'm worried I won't see all your comments because I can only see whichever place I'm on otherwise. You like your butterflies to fly? Yeah. Depends on how obvious. Yeah, if they're not obvious, like I don't do all of them. I just do the obvious ones, the ones that like really stand out, like really bug me. So if it's just kind of like barely there, I don't really worry about it. But so you can attach these flat if you want to, guys. Don't feel like you have to do this. This is just what I'm doing because I like my butterflies to fly. I think it's cute. Oops. Shouldn't have picked that up by the goodness. So I may have mentioned before, I'm pretty sure I did, that my daughter's writing a novel series and she's more than halfway through her first book. When it comes out, if you are interested in knowing more about it, please let me know. I'll be happy to get that information to you. Okay. I'll talk about it again, so it's not a big deal, but it's not like you're going to miss out if you don't say something right now. But just to let you know that hopefully that'll be coming soon. I'm hoping that she can finish it before the end of the year for sure. Be nice if she could have it in time for like Christmas or whatever. It isn't that way, but I couldn't comment when I had the screen opened out. Oh, I see what you're saying. You can only see the comments at the bottom of the screen. You can't comment yourself if you do that. I get it. Okay. But the one thing you are seeing is if you're on Facebook, you can also see whoever's commenting on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, you can see who's commenting on Facebook, which is nice. Okay. So here we go. We're going to take this layout. We're going to add these two pieces. You'll notice that this was the light side, and then this is the dark side for the photo mats. Okay, they do have this photo mat overlapping this one. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but they do have that. So we're going to do that. And then this one goes over here. It's going to have a sticker under it. So we'll get to that in just a second. But this is basically where these are going to be. I feel like I want... Okay, that'll work. So these two are kind of centered. So if you want to leave about the same amount of space, but then one is further... Sorry, I had all these butterflies up here. Let me move them out of the way so I can show you what I'm saying. Okay, you want sorry. You want them the same distance from the side, but then this one is going to be lower down and this one is going to be up like barely. Actually, it's going to be right about there. Right about there. And then this will go just barely overlapping this one. Okay. So that's what we're looking for. And then this is going to slightly overlap this photo. So it's going to be kind of like that, if that makes any sense. Okay. And then we're going to have some words up here, butterflies. You get the idea. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add my photo mats here. So this one, we want this one down further. And then this one. Is that straight? Like so. Okay. And then I'm not going to add any adhesive here. I'm going to bring it up a little bit so that when I overlap, it's not in the way for whatever photo I add. Okay, so we can tuck our photo under there and I'll show you what I mean. So your photo is going to tuck up under that just a little bit. And then of course you have another one over here. And then you've got your little 3x3 right here. Now this, we're going to add this sticker, Happy Times, behind here. So I find this a little bit weird because trying to get this all lined up is a little strange for me. So what I think the best thing to do would be is to add a little bit of adhesive to this. Pop this on your silicone mat. And then get this where you want it on here, because we added adhesive to that. And pick all that up. I'm going to add a little more adhesive to the frame just to make sure that everything adheres. Try not to have it be stuck to me. All right. And then I am going to overlap my photo a little bit. It has it a lot. I'm just going to do it a little bit so that I don't have to worry too much about placement and stuff. Okay. So looks like that. Okay. And then you can see this. Okay. So we have our little photos in here. All right, then we have this piece, which we haven't written on yet, but we're going to go ahead and add right here. So I'm just going to put some adhesive like, and that will go right there. I will probably be able to just pull this off if I have to, write it on a silicone mat and move it back over once I've put my photos down. But that's a good way to keep everything where it's supposed to be. We're going to grab one of these butterflies, and that is going to go down here. They do have it on top of this, but I don't know that I want to do that. I guess I could, but it just kind of ruins your ability to write on there. I think I'm not going to put any adhesive there because I know that's going to be overlapping the photo. So just like that. And this orange one here is going to go right here. So again, we're going to be cautious of where we put our adhesive. I'll put a little bit up here, a little down there, and then this wing is fine. That way I can still get my photo in here. And then this, I'm going to save those for the other page. This one right here is going to go up on top of our frame like that. Okay. And then we have one of the single butterflies. And I'm going to add this with glue because, again, I want it to fly. So I'm just adding in the center. Also, it makes it easier to add my photos later. And that's just going to go right there. So it's going to overlap 2 photos. And I can easily put these photos in here because everything is, you know, not fully attached. Okay, the last thing we're going to add to this, according to the instructions, are our little words. And this says celebrating the little things. So we're going to do, I'm actually going to start with things first. I just want to make sure I get this straight. So you don't have to have it straight. You can have it totally crooked. But I'm going to try to do it the way they did it. We'll see how that goes. Just like that. Oops. Nope, nope, nope. Like that. So you can see, because we have a little tints of black, I feel like the black accents would be so cute. Isn't this adorable? I love this page. Oh my gosh, so cute. All right, so let me take these photo mats off of here so we don't lose those. That's going to be a fun one. I mean, like a puzzle trying to put that one in. Okay, so it looks funny when it's just like this, but once you have the photos in there, it's going to be super cute. Okay, so then let's do the other side. So flip this over. We're going to do the same thing on this side that we did on the other side with our papers. So we're going to start at the top. I've got to figure out a way to turn off these silly announcements that Firefox keeps giving me because I can't see your guys' comments. You like that page? Yeah. It isn't in the way, but I couldn't comment when I, oh yeah, sorry, you already read that one. Forgot. Okay. That's not straight. Sorry guys, bear with me. I messed up. I moved. I gotta pull that off. Hold on. If you don't have a little chiseler, let me tell you, you guys want one because they're amazing. Okay, let me use my ruler to make sure I'm straight here. Doo, doo, doo. I'm having trouble seeing the edge of my paper. There we go. I was like, where am I? Too high, that's where I am. Okay, I'm doing this the hard way. Let me tell you what you want to do. I am trying to fight with this when the easy way to do this is to take this page, stick it up here beside this page. Y'all have heard me do this a million times. Like, why am I not doing it? You know, I've told you to do it. All right, so we're going to put some washi tape. Well, we can't put it right there because that'll be in the way. Hold on. Put it down here. All right. We're going to take this and we're going to get it lined up with this other page. Because it's actually more important that it's lined up with this page than it's perfectly correct. So there we go. Ta-da! Okay. Now that we've done that, okay, now we're going to add our, here, I'll pull this back in so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to add our light side of the Lost Lagoon. I feel like this is actually kind of dark for Lost Lagoon. It's almost pretty peacock, but the light side is like more normal. So it's kind of funny, but that's okay because I used Pretty Peacock with this set a lot because it coordinates really nicely. Oh, I do want to make sure too, sorry, one little tip, that my pattern is in the same thing. So you can see, oops, I've got it flipped over. So you want the pattern going the same way. So make sure it's going the same way as your previous page. I know that's something you probably, you're like, oh, I wouldn't have even thought of that. Yeah, it was gonna look funny. Even if you can't figure out why it looks funny, it will look funny because the pattern will be in a different order if you don't do it that way. So do that. Okay, then we're gonna grab that sticker that is the swag. We're gonna add that. I'm going to make sure it lines up with the previous page again, just because these are so, okay, why am I having trouble with this? Hold on, I don't want to get that stuck to anything. There's something under there, that's why. My other layout was under there, you guys. I was like, why is it doing that? I can't make it work. Okay, no. Okay, we're gonna stick these together. And we're gonna put that washi tape back on there so it can't move around. All right. And then I can line this up with the previous page. We're gonna trim that again. Right at the end of that. All right. And then on this side, we're gonna do a little bit different than what we did before. Actually, I do want to keep that. Hold on. We're gonna do from our sticker sheet, you're gonna grab this one here, which is longer, as well as one of these. Okay. All right. So this one goes on this side, same way we did before. And then this one, I think I'm good. I can move that now. Is going to go on this end. Like so. Because more of this is going to be showing on this page. Okay, so then we have our two, I want the dark side, the two photo mats. And this page only has two photo mats. If it bugs you and you want another one, you could always add one. So here's the full layout. I am going to show you, there is a sticker on this one. This round sticker is going to be on this page. However, if you don't want that, if you want another photo, I'm going to suggest that you move this up here. And no, wait, I'm sorry. We can't do that. We need this down here because of that. Let's keep that there. Let's move this up here. Maybe. And we have the circle. Hold on, let me cut this out just so that I can use it as a place marker. So I know that some of you are totally fine with not having like all of your layout have photos on it and you're fine with all the empty space, and that's fine. That's great. Sometimes you need it, but sometimes you just really want to make sure you have plenty of photos. So do what works for you. If you need more photos, then do it. Okay. Don't feel like you can't. So I'm tempted to maybe put it here. So they have, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Nope. I'm supposed to put it under here. Okay, so they have this little circle here, but this is pulled down, right? This is like this. So there is a lot of empty space. You can definitely put a photo over here. One of the things that I noticed is there's not a ton of yellow on here, but they are going to add this little yellow piece on here. So I thought, what if instead of doing another one of these, we just did a yellow frame? Like, would that be weird? maybe, but we do have some more pieces left over from our, we have these two big pieces. Oops, we have little pieces too. Um, so you could do one of these and make another square, and that would just, you know, maybe kind of balance that out. I don't know. I don't know if that's what I want, or I could do a longer piece. But I also have, just want to point out, some of the Flirty Flamingo, and there's actually a lot of Flirty Flamingo here. So that might be an option. If you don't want to pull in the yellow, you could add a piece of the Flirty Flamingo. You could even replace maybe this piece. I'm kind of feeling that. What do you guys think about that? What if I replace this piece and then did another piece of Flirty Flamingo? Do you guys think that would look good? Because I'm thinking that that might make this picture pop a little bit. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Let's see. This is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So let's cut a piece that is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then I'm going to cut another one that's 4 1/4. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Just to help balance it out. So we'd add this here and then add this over here so that it balances it out and you have some kind of symmetry to it all. You know what I mean? What do you guys think? Do you like that better? Because I like it. You're having pizza tonight? I'm going to go ahead and put this one down because I know that this has got to go here. So I'm just going to go ahead and add it. You guys like it? I think that's better. You could do yellow too, just pointing that out. Like there's nothing that says that you couldn't do Daffodil Delight. Okay, so I'm going to add this one over here just to balance the color out. I think that works a little bit better than having these 3 green pieces over here and then just one piece over there. So I feel like that makes it make a little more sense. I may even pull this down onto that photo. We also have the butterflies. So this one is meant to be down here. This one is supposed to be up here, which we could, you know, add our circle here so that it kind of is on top of it. That would look really cute. And they've got this one here, but I may move that over here and then add our little white one down here or over here. So I'm thinking with this over here, just adds another photo and then, whoops, let me see. Where do I want that? Oh, it'll be fine. Okay. I think I want that one there. So I think I'm going to put this sticker straight up, kind of overlapping, not a lot because it won't matter if it's just a little bit. Make sure your lines are straight. And then we're going to add the butterflies kind of around that. I think I want to change those two. Yep, I'm going to change them. That's where they have that one, but I'm going to move it. So bear with me. Because we have this one here, I think it would be better to have the blue one down here. And then this peach one up here. Yeah. And then where do we want this one? Do we want it over here or over here or over here? Oh, maybe over there. I think I like that. So we'll add this one with some glue. You'll know I'm always messing with stuff, right? By the way, we still have these pieces too. I don't know if I'm going to use these on any of these layouts. I may end up just using those on my own somewhere else. But all right. So we've used some of our scraps up to make that work. We have a couple more words to add to this one. So this has got the documented little sticker right here, which is cute. And then we have the other 3 good days ahead. I'm going to overlap this just a smidgen. Like that. Now I'm not sure that's straight. Is that crooked? I think it is. I think it's crooked because I think I had this crooked earlier. I'll have to mess with that and see. One of these is crooked. It might be this. Oh, well, I'll fix it later. Okay, so good days ahead. You've got all the cute little butterflies floating around. Super cute, right? Now we actually have quite a few stickers left. We have a couple of the flowers. We've got some yellow stars, which because that's there, I'm kind of tempted to add some of these yellow stars over on this side, maybe. Don't know. There's only 2, but maybe. Just because it would be nice to have some of the yellow on this one too. Yep, something like that. Okay. But anyway, I added that. We got these flowers. We also have this beautiful butterfly here. We've got the You Make the Ordinary Extraordinary. We have another scallop that would look really cute under sentiment. And this right here says lovely in cursive, which is really nice. So definitely some pieces that you can use on another scrapbook page left over if you want to. And let's see. So we have this scrapbook page. We did this one. And we did this one. All right. So I really enjoyed this. I hope you guys love this one because I love this one. I think it is so cute. Absolutely gorgeous paper, makes beautiful layouts. And yeah, a lot of fun. Now don't go anywhere because we're going to do some quick announcements and we're going to do drawings for free goodies. And you guys don't want to miss that because the freebies are wonderful. By the way, don't forget that there are embellishments that you can add to this whole thing too if you want to. I love embellishments on my layouts. Some people don't, but if you do, these array of dots are super cool for this particular layout because they coordinate with all of the product, which is really nice. So feel free to pick up some of those. You can, by the way, catch all of that stuff. If you use the little QR code that's up here in the corner of the screen, you can hit my shopping page and see all the things you saw today. Just search in the search bar for anything you're looking for. And if you're struggling to find anything, please let me know. I'm happy to help you out with that as well. Okay, so For anybody who is new around here, I am on Facebook now, YouTube also live every Friday and Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Time, whatever time that is for you. I'm also on some Tuesdays and Sundays. We do scrapbooking, obviously. We do cards, we do 3D projects. I do kits like we did today. I do my own creations as well. I also do technique videos, craft organizing, fun folds. We do case-its, we do mystery stamping, all different kinds of things here that you can come and join us with. These are some of the series that I do here on my channel. And so you can come and join us for creative inspiration at least 2 days a week, most of the time, which is super nice. So I hope you'll join us live, whether it's on Facebook or on YouTube. We would love to have you. Make sure you're commenting. All of your comments go towards entries in a drawing for free product, and I don't want you guys to miss out on that, so make sure you do that. Flo, you're gonna order another kit now too, for sure. She's like, for sure. The one with the hearts is your favorite, says Sandra. Awesome. Okay. Also, if you'd like to know what lives are coming up, you can go to my events tab on Facebook. On Shameless Stamper, go to Jeri Mobley Shameless Stamper, and you can go to my events tab, and it has my upcoming lives when they're scheduled for. Yes, they're going to be on Facebook and on YouTube. There are a couple that I'm having to mess around with for a minute, but generally speaking, it will be that way. Also, you can get totally for free my creative inspiration calendar. All you need to do is text me your email address and I'll add you to my list. You'll get all my freebies, which includes this calendar every month and some other freebies that I send out from time to time. This calendar has all of my Facebook and YouTube lives scheduled on it. And then all the other days have a creative prompt on them. So you can do something fun every day that's creative. It includes my contact info and my Facebook and YouTube information as well. And I make them cute, so you might want to post them up or something like that. I do not have the product of the month flyer yet for August, but I believe the begonia bell is still available for July, even though we're into August now. It is going to be available until it's gone. So you can still pick that up, I believe, unless if I'm wrong, somebody correct me. Also, you may have heard Jeffrey earlier talking about how he's been playing with the hot foil system. We do have the new hot foil system that is super cool. Check it out. Speaking of butterflies, love the butterfly set with that. And you can play with all of the hot foil stuff that we have available. It is really cool. If you like embossing powder, if you've ever watched embossing powder done and you're like, oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Hot foiling is kind of one of those things. It's for people who want to have all the things. You don't need to start with it, you guys. If you're brand new crafters, don't start there. It's not a starter product. It's for people who have all the things and want all the things. So don't feel like you have to, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And I think you guys are going to love it. We have more product all the time that will be coming out for this as well. And so I hope you guys will enjoy that. Also, last but not least, it is super important to tell you that my September class is going to be fun for fall. I can talk. I don't have any of the designs done yet, but if you're interested in doing this one with us, we would love to have you. The sign up is available to sign up now, and it will be closing here on the 14th. So make sure to get registered before that, so that you can be a part of this if you want to. We will have 4 card designs and an add-on scrapbook layout for those of you that scrapbook. You have that opportunity as well. Super duper cute. There's going to be lots of stuff with this. I am very excited to play with this and make some amazing creations for you guys. For those of you that, let's see, wait, if you get the butterflies, don't forget the masks. Oh, yes, there are masks that come with the butterflies too. Yes, thank you, Jeffrey. Appreciate that. Anyway, so if you'd like to sign up for that, please do. And to sign up for any of my events, all you need to do is text me that you want to sign up and I will get you signed up. Okay, it is now time for the prize drawing. So if I can get a drum roll, I'm going to add some goodies out here for you guys to pick from. We're going to do one drawing live and one next week. That allows for everyone who watches the replay to also be involved in a drawing. Those of you that watch live, you're in both drawings, so that's really nice. So we're going to do this one from last week as well. Okay, thank you for that drum roll, Jeffrey. I'm sure someone else will do one too. We're going to put out some papers. You guys have been seeing these for a minute. I'm almost out of them. They are beautiful papers. There are 12 sheets per pack, 24 designs. So that's a lot of different designs. Flowers and More is more summery colors with lots of fun designs on the back and flowers on the other side. Dandy Designs is dots, lines, plaids, etc. in more pastel tones. And then you have Celebrate Everything. This paper has like every holiday you can imagine, birthday, fireworks, you name it, seasons of the year, it's all in there. Really great paper. Also, I have some super cute magnet frames that you can put on your fridge or anything else magnetic that you have in some of our beautiful spring papers. So I have some of those available. I do have some embellishments still from our spring paper share that we did. These are leftovers that I had extra Easter assortment, pearlized faceted circles, moody palette glossy dots, and sparkle dot essentials. And of course, I have a little chiseler. You guys can get these from me at any time. They're just $2. They are not a Stampin' Up product. They are from the little chiseler company direct. I buy them in bulk and pass the savings on to you guys. So you can buy them for just $2 if you're ever interested, or you can get them free in my drawing. All right, you have to comment to be in the drawing, so make sure you comment. Begonia's stamp is still in stock. Thank you, Flo, for letting me know that. Okay, so I'm going to grab the link for this. By the way, at the moment, I can only pull the comments from Facebook, but I am going to see if I can adjust that. So, wait, what? Why is it saying it couldn't find? Oh, you guys, you know what? I think because this is coming from, I may have to do this another way. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the second one, and I'm going to see about doing this one from both of you, and I will post it on both platforms as soon as I know, because I don't think I can do it because I'm going through this other thing. I hadn't even thought about that. Oh my gosh. Okay. I apologize for that. It didn't even dawn on me that that would be a problem. So, but I'm going to go ahead and do the one from our class that we did last week, which was the scenic sunset. What is it? I'm having a moment. The sunset one, the beautiful paper. Scenic Coast, Sunset Coast, whatever. It's both those things. All right, we sure had a lot of people on that video, so we're gonna go ahead and do that one. And the winner is Ruthie Westaway. Congratulations. Please pick a prize and put it in the comments. And like I said, I will manually draw the other one. I'm gonna have to see how I can do that from this, since the comments are coming from another program. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a lot of fun. I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope to see you next weekend, Friday and Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Time for more creative inspiration. Please let me know if you need anything. God bless.